Hey there, I'm Kim, and I'm actually the owner of an online boutique called Unity Blend, but more importantly, I'm actually an avid user of an app called Poshmark. Poshmark, in case you don't know, is actually a wonderful app that you can download on your phone that allows you to both buy and sell new items or gently worn clothes, accessories, shoes, handbags that you may have laying around in your closet. This video is really all about getting your start on Poshmark, and one of the questions that I get pretty frequently in my closet from new poshers especially is, how can I list my items so that they can sell faster? There's a lot of factors that go into having a successful listing, and I'm going to cover 4 major tips in 4 separate videos. We're going to go over tip number 1, and then subsequently in some additional video series we'll go over the additional tips. I hope you hang tight and listen through the entire series. This video is really for those people who maybe have been on the app for a while and are just now starting to list items in their closet, or for those who've been listing for the last few months and aren't really seeing a lot of momentum in their closet. So hopefully these tips will help you specifically. And so as we go through this, I'd love your feedback. Be sure to, give me your feedback and questions that you may have down below so that we can really start a dialogue. Tip number 1 that I have for all poshers, but especially new ones, is to keep in mind that Poshmark is a social platform. Unlike eBay, you can't just list your items, sit around and wait and think that they're going to sell. That's not usually the case unless it's a really high-end name brand item that people are just actively searching for. And so in that respect, one of the things that you want to do right from the get-go is follow. What I mean by that is you need to follow other poshers. You need to follow those poshers that have a closet or design aesthetic that you like. You want to follow their followers, and it's also helpful to follow new poshers like yourself and even be social and engage with them. Welcome them to Poshmark. If you have questions, don't be shy to reach out to poshers who've been doing it for a while and ask them questions. But above all else, once you follow them, you want to share listings from their closet, because what will happen is in return, they should follow you and at the very least share some of your items. So I get this question a lot, how do I increase my sales? How can I get more people looking at my listings so that they sell? And when they ask me this, I immediately go into their closet, and one of the first things that I notice is that they have very few followers and even fewer shares. So that right there is a big flag to me. If you're wanting to get these listings sold, remember, you've got to really accrue a solid base of followers. And if you only have 500 followers or 1,500 followers and 30 shares, you're not really getting a lot of exposure. So what you want to do, I'm talking brass tacks, especially if you're new, is you want to follow, I would say, anywhere from 200 to 300 people every single day. I know that sounds like a lot of work, but the app makes it extremely easy for you to do this. You literally can just go down and hit follow. And then, what you also want to do is go into some of those closets and make sure you share 1 or 2 of their listings in the hope that you've piqued their curiosity. Now they're going to want to check out your closet. If they don't see something that they truly like for themselves, in the very least, they'll share some of your items to their followers. So that's really how that works, and it's really imperative that you do it. In addition to following others and sharing their listings, you of course want to share your own listings. But sharing your closet multiple times throughout the day when you have very few followers is really not going to do you much good, because you just don't have a lot of exposure yet. So keep that in mind. Just like anything that's new, when you're building it from the ground up, you've got to spend more time on the front end initially as you build that base of followers who are going to like what you have to offer and are going to want to purchase something in your closet. So that's really tip number 1. First and foremost, I get this question at least once a week, if not twice a week, from fairly new poshers. And again, I go in their closet and I see they're not sharing and they're really not following a lot of people. And it's no surprise that their listings are not getting sold. So that is very important. I hope you take that to heart. And it's very much karma. What you put out is what you get back. And if you have some additional questions regarding this, let me know. Just type the notes down in the bottom. And be sure to follow me on Poshmark. And if you follow me and share some of my items, I promise I will share and follow you right back. Poshmark way. All right, talk to you in a bit for tip number 2.